In my last video, someone commented that one thing that they struggled with is scrolling on social media, aka doom scrolling. And that really resonated with me because it's something that I've experienced a lot and have dealt with. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I managed to control that, some of the apps that I gave up, tricks that I used to manage the apps that I still use, and an unusual trick that I use that has made the biggest difference for me. But before I get into what I actually did, I think it helps to understand why this happens in the first place. I read somewhere that scrolling gives your brain these little hits and bursts of dopamine whenever you scroll. So it's like when you come across something new, you get a hit of dopamine. It's like tiny rewards that is giving your brain, and then your brain makes you to keep scrolling so that you keep getting those tiny rewards. So honestly, it's not really about your willpower. And it's also not that you're lazy, because some people think that when people are always scrolling on their phone, they are lazy and they don't have any focus. It's just that this is the way that these apps are designed. They are designed to keep you scrolling, to stay on the app. And when you're doing that, you're tired, you're stressed out, doing all of those things, and your brain having these rewards, it just gives you some sort of relief. And that's why people keep getting stuck in this doom scrolling. Let's talk about the first app that I stopped using, and that was a couple of years ago, and it was Facebook. It got to a point where it was almost like I was addicted to using Facebook. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I go to Facebook. I visited Facebook a couple of times every single day, and it was stressing me out. I think I'm a very self-aware person, and when I noticed that I was getting so distracted with Facebook, I just quit using Facebook. I mentioned in my last video that I can be like that. I just make a decision and I stick to it. So I cut off using Facebook entirely, and that was it. It was only recently that, like sometime this year or last year, that I started using Facebook again after like 4 years before that. Now let's talk about a very important app, at least in my opinion, LinkedIn. When it comes to LinkedIn, I didn't stop using LinkedIn because it was distracting. I stopped using LinkedIn because it was mentally draining. You go onto LinkedIn and you're scrolling, and it's like everybody's getting a promotion, they're having these big wins, and it's almost like you're the only one that's not succeeding in your field, or that's how it comes off. And I sort of used to have this imposter syndrome. So for LinkedIn, I rarely go there, even till today. Like I might go there for one thing and I'm out. I don't stay there. It's not one of those apps that you find me scrolling on for a long time. And that's just because of what it seems to do to me mentally. Now I'm going to give you guys more practical approach on what I've done and some other things you can do to prevent that doom scrolling habit. Currently, for my Instagram, what I've done on that app is to set a timer. And you can do that as well. If you go to settings, you can set a timer for your Instagram. When it gets to a certain time at night, it just reminds me, okay, it's time for you to shut down. So when messages comes in, it doesn't notify me. I don't get any notifications past a certain time when it comes to Instagram. So I place that there to prevent me staying up at night just because I want to scroll through Instagram, right? So that's one of the things you can do. When it gets to certain apps, you can put just little restrictions to just prevent you from going there. Before I get into more details, I think the first thing you should do, and you can do that right now if you're watching, go to your settings. If it's on if you're using an iPhone, go to your settings, then search on the screen time. And if you're using an Android, go to your settings and search for digital well-being. There you'd be able to see how much time you spend on your phone. I checked mine today and it was showing about 9 hours plus. That's how much I've spent on my phone in the past week. When you see this, you can also track how much you spend on your phone, depending on different apps, how much time you spend on each app. And that would give you an idea of how long you actually utilize these apps, and it gives you a clearer picture so you know how to sort your issue from there on. I think it's a good idea to measure where you're starting from so that when you improve, you're able to tell the difference or to know that you're actually progressing when you're working towards certain goals. For instance, trying to reduce your screen time. Now, the best trick that I did, and it's a bit random, is on Duolingo, because I use Duolingo to learn French and Mandarin. Aww. Anyways, I use that app for learning the language. It has a setting where it can actually control the rest of the apps on your phone. So it will ask you a question like, which apps do you want to control? And what I noticed that on some days, I'm actually supposed to be doing a minimum of one lesson a day. And I noticed that sometimes I skip it, but I've actually spent time on my phone, but I'm not doing my lesson. So what I did was to use Duolingo to lock some of the apps that I use, that I know I use often, especially the social media apps. So there are different categories you can choose from. So I used it to lock my social media apps that I know I use all the time. When it gets to a certain time, and you can set any time you want, I put my immediately is 12 midnight of the next day. my those apps that I chose, they just lock. The other day I was on a call with my friend on WhatsApp and my phone just locked. I wasn't able to talk again until I finished a lesson. Then I was able to go back to it. I think that's one of the best things to do. Duolingo has that. I checked TikTok and Instagram. I was not able to find that particular settings, that lets you control the rest of the apps. But I mean, those companies actually want you to stay on their own app consuming it. But for Duolingo, which is more of like an educational app, productive or productivity app, it would let you lock every other app until you come and do your bits for that day. Then you can have access to that to the other apps. And since then, I've been seeing progress. I've rarely had a day since I started doing that I missed my lesson for the day. I always do that, and my streak has just been on fire, right? So that's something you can do. Now, Duolingo isn't built specifically for that. It's just a feature that I repurposed that did this for me. But there are certain apps that is what they do. When you download them, you are able to restrict yourself from using certain apps, and there are some that would actually require you, say you want to keep doing push-ups a day, right? It will require you to take a picture of yourself when you've done the push-up. Once you upload it, before it lets you access or it gives you access into certain apps, depending on what you choose. So these are great things that help you center yourself back and you're not mindlessly scrolling. All of these tips that I gave now, they are not perfect, but I think it can get you started. And like I said, the first thing you should do is to go to your settings and see how much time you spend. And even on that digital well-being or the time spent on your phone, once you go there, there's a part where you can choose a downtime. So you can choose a settings that once it gets to a particular time, you'd have a downtime. You won't be able to access certain apps. It could be social media category, it could be productivity apps, it could be anything that would help you stop using the app at that time. And you can also set a timer for different apps. You can say for Instagram, for instance, I don't want to spend past 2 hours in a day using this app. So once it gets close to that time, you know that it will give you a reminder. You know that you have to stop using the app or you reduce the way you use the app. I like the fact that phones have this feature that aids you so you don't spend all of your day on your phone scrolling and doing what you're not supposed to be. You just doom scrolling, watching videos and whatnot. So tell me, which one app do you spend a lot of time on? Doom scrolling, and have you tried any of these tips before? Also, if you have any tips to share for someone that might be having issues with doom scrolling, please leave it in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.